Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary Love, and welcome to Country Living. Tonight, I'm going to be making a moist coconut pound loaf cake. I had watched Fallon on Moss Family TV, and she made a coconut bread, and that looks so good. And I thought, ooh, I'm going to try that. So I went on Pinterest, and I found this recipe that I have here. Doesn't take a lot to make it. So let's get busy, and I've already got my oven preheated to 300 degrees. Now this will have to cook for placing them for 1 hour and 5 minutes. Yeah, for an hour and 5 minutes. Seems like a little bit, but at the end of it, if it tastes good, it's well worth the wait. So, let me get you down here and we'll get started. Alright, in this bowl, we're going to be adding first, well, where is it? Okay, we gotta sieve the flour. Got that in there. Where did I see that at? Okay, the salt and the baking powder, and it takes a half a teaspoon of salt and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Don't panic, that was my husband's phone. Alright, there's the baking powder. Let me grab some salt, a half a teaspoon of salt. Let me pour this over something so I don't overdo it on the salt. Alrighty, half a teaspoon of salt. And now we're going to just sieve this through here. So if there's any lumps, we get them all out. Alrighty. That's done. Now we're going to set that aside. Put the lid back on this baking powder and salt so I don't spill that stuff everywhere. Okay. We're going to make the cake batter now. We're going to cream the butter and the sugar. It takes a 3/4 cup of butter and 3/4 cups of sugar. So let me grab my mixer. Just about the time you think you've got everything together, you realize, oh, I don't have this. So, put the beaters in here. Let me grab a bowl. We gotta get a bigger bowl than that. This one will work. Alright, we're going to cream together the sugar and the butter. 3/4 cup sugar and 3/4 cup of softened butter. If this was any softer, it'd be melted. Alrighty. Plug this mixer up. It works better if it's got electric. That will still need. Alright, let's mix this up. Now then, until it's pale in color. If it's any paler, I don't know about that. So, now we're going to add 3 eggs, and it says to slightly beat the eggs. So we're going to add 3 eggs to this bowl right here. Hope I don't wind up wearing them. Get a fork. Give these just a little bit of a light beat. That works for me. Now we're going to dump these in and mix this up. Alrighty. Next, slowly beat the eggs with the mixer on low. Add the coconut milk, and it takes 3/4 cup of coconut milk. Ooh, my nose is itching. Get all that in there. Now we're going to mix that. Alrighty. We got the coconut milk in there. Now this is the first time for me making this, so that's why I'm going by the deal. Alright, coconut milk, half of the flour. So we're going to add about half of this flour. That's about half. That mixed up good. Keep mixing on slow. Add coconut, and it calls for 6 tablespoons of coconut, which doesn't seem like a whole lot to me. So I'm probably going to add a little more than that, because I love coconut. Okay, I think that'll work. And the rest of the flour. Get that out of the way. Now, does it say to mix it or fold it? Oh, it says to mix it. This is gonna be good. Alrighty. I think that'll do for that. Get that back over there so you can see. Whoop. Alrighty. Now, the recipe does not call for vanilla or coconut extract, but I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla, about maybe a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon, and just a little drop of this coconut extract, about half a capful, because this stuff is strong. Let me grab a spatula and And we're just going to fold this in. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Alrighty. We got that stirred in. Man, that coconut smells good. Alright. We got that stirred in. Now I have already sprayed my pan, glass baking dish. They said to line it with some parchment paper, but I'm just going to pour it in here and pray that it don't stick. And hope this ain't too much for one pan. I might should have made two. Alrighty, now then, like I said, this is going to go in a 300-degree oven for 1 hour and 5 minutes. And I will bring y'all back here. Let me get this thing turned back up. As soon as this is done, I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like. So don't go anywhere. Alrighty, I just took that bread out of the oven. Well, actually a cake. It took longer than 1 hour and 5 minutes like the recipe said. It took 1 hour and 25 minutes in my oven. But I'll show you what it looks like. I just took it out, so it is still really hot. But this is what it looks like. And it rose, as you can see, pretty thick. So I'm going to let it cool before I... Oop, loosened that too much. I'm going to let it cool before I try to cut it, because it's still really hot. So I'm going to step outside and watch them shoot some fireworks off at my neighbor's house. And when they get done out there, then I'll come back in and we'll cut it and see what it tastes like. So we'll be back. Alright, I got done with sitting outside watching them shoot off fireworks. Mosquitoes was eating me up. So let's give this a try and see what we got here. Well, it's good. Doesn't have very much of a coconut flavor, but it is good. Maybe I should have put more than a half a teaspoon or half a cap of coconut extract. Yeah, you can't really taste the coconut in it, but it is a good moist cake. Be good for strawberry shortcake. But anyway, I'll put the recipe in the description box below, and I'll put the time that they suggest of 1 hour and 5 minutes. But as I said, it took in my oven 1 hour and 25 minutes to get done. So maybe you'll give it a try. If you make any adjustments or do something different, please leave me a comment and tell me what you do. If yours comes out and has a more coconut flavor to it. And it could be that I used unsweetened coconut milk and should have used sweetened, but I didn't know that it came that way because I've never bought it before. But if you do something different, let me know how yours turns out. But my prayer for you tonight is that you get a peaceful night's sleep. Hopefully not everybody around you is shooting off fireworks till all hours of the night. But I pray that you wake up in the morning refreshed and renewed, ready to meet a new day. Clean slate. Do something tomorrow that you should have done today, but just couldn't quite find the time. Pick up the phone. Call somebody you haven't talked to in a long time. Call them and check on them. Tell them you was thinking about them. You just wanted to see how everything was going. But with that, I'm Mary Love, If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I pray that you will. I hope that by the end of this video you will have seen something or heard something that you like and that you'll consider subscribing. If you do so, please remember to hit the bell notification so that each time I upload a new video, you will be notified of it. I appreciate all the new subscribers I've been getting. I'm up to 20 now, and for me, I'm excited over that. I mean, so excited. You have no idea how excited I am. Well, you probably do, because at some point y'all were in the same boat I'm in right now. I want to use this channel to spread God's word, His love. Not only food for the soul, or food for the flesh, but food for the spirit. I'm so thankful that I'm able to do this. So, if you need anything, my address is in the about information on my channel. If you need prayer and you don't want to mention it on here, send me a postcard through the mail. I'd love to pray with you. With that, I will say good night. God bless. And until we meet again, hopefully tomorrow evening, take care, everybody.